Hey everyone, it's your girl Nikki. Welcome back to my channel, Love Nikki. For those of you that are watching for the first time, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe and like and go ahead and share this before leaving. So you guys, let's get into today's topic. One common complaint or issue that I hear from women is that I want to find myself again. I want to feel like myself again. And this typically comes from um, them coming out of a relationship and they felt like they just lost themselves or lost themselves during that time. Now that they're single again, they have no idea what to do with themselves. They don't even know what they like anymore because sometimes you get so enthrust into another human being that we lose ourselves, right? So I just want to talk about a few things today that you guys can do to help get you back on track with loving yourself and knowing who you are again. So my very first thing that I always say is you have to be willing to completely let go of that person. So whoever it is that you were in that relationship with that you have now come out of, you have to be intentional about letting that relationship go. You cannot sit there continuing to text this person, continuing to call this person or do things with this person thinking that you'll be able to heal and move forward and start loving yourself again. So, unless it is someone that you have had a child with, because that's a different situation. If you've had a child with this person, of course you have to have contact with them at some point, but you have to set boundaries. You have to now move forward in a way where we are only talking, we are only communicating when it comes to our kids. Anything outside of that is unnecessary. So you have to be willing to let go of that person. That also means no checking their social media, no having your friends spy on them or things like that. You have to be willing to completely let go so that you can start focusing on yourself. All right? So once we've gotten that out the way, the next thing we want to focus on is self-love, right? It's time to start loving ourselves again, because once you're saying that I just need to find myself again, that is connected with you losing the love for yourself. So one thing I would suggest is sit down and write down all the things that you enjoyed doing before you were in a relationship with this person. What made you happy? What made you laugh? What made you smile? What brought joy to your heart? Write those things down. Excuse me. Um, Write those things down and start seeing how you can incorporate them into your life again. Start focusing on things like that. Also, taking the time out to be alone, taking the time out to heal, taking the time out to sit and journal. Write your thoughts down, because a lot of times there's so much information coming at us every single day, especially if you're on social media. Oh my gosh, I just feel like a lot of times I feel like my mind is on overload. Like I'm trying to work and then I see all these things as I'm swiping, all these things coming at me. There's so much going on that I don't even realize like my own thoughts, what's going on in my head. So I have to take time to sit down and journal, write what you're feeling, write what your thoughts are, put these things on paper, and so you can see what is going on in your mind, because a lot of times we don't even take a second to sit down and think about what is going on in our own minds. We're just processing everything that's coming in from the outside world. So once we write these things down, we can take a look and see where our pain may be coming from, um, where we feel like we're insignificant, things like that. So take the time to journal and go over your thought. So if you're coming out of a dysfunctional relationship where it was toxic behavior, maybe there was some manipulation going on, maybe there could have been some emotional or physical abuse going on, you need to either seek therapy, seek some counseling or some coaching to help you process and learn that that type of behavior was not your fault. You being treated that way was not your fault, had nothing to do with you. If you're not able to pay for these type of services, there are things like YouTube videos on self-love. There are podcasts that you can listen to. There are books that you can listen to. But I have to tell you, self-love is an intentional job. It's intentional. You have to want to put in the work. You have to be intentional about putting in that work every day to heal yourself, and to grow from what you've come from. So if you're not willing to be intentional about it, if you're only going to talk about it, or complain to your friends, and then, they give you certain advice to help you to get through it, and you're not going to take that advice and use it, you're not going to heal. You're not going to get back to the woman that you were, or the woman that you are meant to be. So sis, be intentional. This is so important, and your well-being should be at the top of your list. So definitely be intentional about the self-love. One thing that I like to throw in with self-love is just some self-care. Take some time to be alone. Take some time to, to just, when I say be alone, I mean be completely alone. There's no one talking to you. You're not on your phone. You're not texting. You're not trying to call anyone. You're not on social media. You are alone with yourself, and do something for yourself. Whether that be do your nails, take a bubble bath, have a glass of wine, and just sit and be alone. Go for a walk. Watch a show, just whatever it is. Just, you have to take that time to be alone. You're gonna realize, once you make a practice out of being intentional about your self-care, you will see such a change in your mood and the way you view life and the way you view yourself. So definitely take that into consideration. I know a lot of times people say, I don't have time to be doing all this stuff. I gotta do XYZ. Trust me, I know my day is just as busy as anyone else's day, but I promise you, at minimum, I get 30 minutes in, and it's typically more than 30 minutes for me. But I'll get up to an hour a day where I have my alone time, and it has changed the way I move through the day. It has changed it drastically. I'm just a much more mellow, much more peaceful person. All right, so the next tip I want to give you is to set standards. So you've been through this relationship, you've been through the heartache, you are now healing. This is the time for you to now reflect on what you've gone through, and write down all the things that you were not okay with, all the things that happened that made you uneasy, that made you feel unwanted, or made you feel uncomfortable in any way, and write down all the things that made you happy, that brought a smile to your face, that brought joy to your heart. And all the things that hurt you in any way, these are things that you will no longer accept in your life going forward. And when I speak of this, I'm not just speaking of intimate relationships. I'm speaking of any form of relationship, whether it be with family members, whether it be through work, whether it be through associates, intimate relationships. These are standards. I need you to set standards for what you will accept and what you will no longer accept from anyone in your life going forward. All right, so the last tip is to set goals. Set goals in your personal life, and set goals in your professional life. So what is it that you've been wanting to attain? Like, have you been wanting to lose weight or gain weight? Some people want to gain weight. Have you been wanting to eat healthier, get more sleep, focus on your skin more? Whatever it is, set goals. And then for your professional life, are you happy where you're working? Is this where you see yourself working for the rest of your life? Did you want to try something new? Did you want to become an entrepreneur? Do you want to write a book? Whatever it is, set these goals. Set a goal in front of you. Set something for you to attain, something for you to work towards. What do you want to do with your mind and your body as a person? Write these goals down. Some people can set goals and they don't need to write it down, and they will remember and they will work at it every day. Some people need to write it down. I'm one of those people. I have to write down what my goal is, and I have written things on my bathroom mirror with a red lipstick before, so that every time I go into that bathroom, especially first thing in the morning when I wake up, it's right on my mind. I know what my goal is. I know what I'm focusing on. Or I sometimes will have sticky tabs all over my mirror or all over my bedroom door with certain things that I just want to keep at the forefront of my mind. So whatever you need to do to help you to focus on your goal, go ahead and do that, and let's dive in. I promise you guys, focusing on your goals will help you to fall in love with yourself even more. Once you start accomplishing things, or even before you get to that end where you accomplish a goal, just the process and the fulfillment you get from the fact that you know you are working towards something that's going to make you either a better person or make life better for you or someone else, it just helps you to fall in love with yourself even more. So just to recap, again, the first thing you want to do is be willing to completely let go of that person and that relationship that has gotten you to the point where you feel that you have lost yourself. Number two, let's start learning how to love ourselves again, right? Number three, set standards. And this is for anyone that is in your life, anyone that is currently in your life, and for anyone that will be coming into your life. Set standards, set boundaries. And number four, let's set some goals. And let's start just moving in our power and realizing how powerful we are as women. So you guys, I hope that these tips have helped you. If you have any questions, please be sure to reach out to me. If there's anything in this video that you guys liked, that you were able to benefit from, please like the video. Go ahead and share with anyone that you feel may be of benefit from this. And I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys.